Hello, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. Today, I'm going to be doing a chakra reading for the sign of Scorpio, and it will be for the year 2025. This is something new that I'm doing this year, um, and this is for the whole year. I've been doing chakra readings on and off for years for political figures and the like, and people seem to really enjoy them. So I thought, why not do a chakra reading with for each sign of the zodiac as we face this 2025 new vibrational year. 2025 is a 9 vibration year. 9 is the vibration of healing, unconditional love, universal brotherhood for all. And, it seems like maybe we're as far away from universal brotherhood for all as we've ever been. But we're also closer than we've ever been, I think. So I think that's the way things kind of work. So we're going to go from chakra to chakra. We're going to start from the root and we're going to move up to the crown. I'll tell you a little bit about each chakra. And just to let you know uh, what cards I'm using a deck called the Crystal Ally cards. And so it is a deck full of crystals. And so what you can do with this is you can actually utilize the crystals that come up for yourself for the year if you wish. And of course, you could always do this for yourself. The Crystal Ally cards are available. They're produced or created by a woman named Naisha Ashian, very, very learned on crystals, not just the metaphysical principles of it, but also the actual structural. I believe she was either a geologist or a physicist, or maybe both. I can't remember. Very, very smart lady. Um, and it's a great deck. There's 2 decks. The first one was the Crystal Ally, and this is the Crystal Ally Millennial Edition that I'm using, and it has more cards in it, more crystals. All right, so let's see. For the root, for Scorpio, we get insight. The crystal is azurite. Azurite. I used to have a piece of azurite here. Let me kind of scour my crystals here to see if I have it here. Azurite is a dark blue crystal. It's often it can be mixed in with malachite. I don't know if you've ever seen that green malachite with the blue in it. That's azurite, but you can also get azurite. Um, you can also get azurite without the malachite in it. Okay, and I had this little, it was like a little tiny thing. And it is a psychic stone. Azurite is a psychic stone. No, I don't see that. I have it here in my little bag of my little thing of stones here, just so you know what I'm looking at. So I have a little thing with stones in it. And these are not even close to all the stones we have. So, but I want to see if I had it here. So azurite is insight. Insight means sight from within, right? And so this is interesting because this is the most earthly chakra. The root chakra is the most earthly chakra. It's associated with the element of earth. It's sort of how we stand on our feet on the planet. It's connected to our family, our genetic inheritance, our clan. It is where the Kundalini lies dormant within us, and through the process of awakening and ascension, that energy that is dormant, the energy of life itself that's dormant within us, our spiritual like essence, can rise up through the chakras and enlighten us, right? So, and it's interesting because this card is a card of enlightenment, right? And so with having this energy already down in the chakra, in the root chakra, I would say that this is an indication that for many of you Scorpios, that Kundalini is either in the process of rising or has risen. How awake are you, right? And so what you're standing on in this year, on planet Earth, doing your work, doing the great work, is your insight. trusting your own insight, the sight within. And so that's this sight here, right? So this year, Scorpio, you need to be especially insightful as you move through this physical environment that we find ourselves in. Okay, so next chakra is the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is the orange chakra. It's associated with the element of water. So it's a relational chakra. And it has all those qualities of water, flow, sensitivity. Um, there's a sense of having to be filled up. It's important that this chakra has healthy boundaries. It is the chakra associated with sex, power, and love, or perhaps the fixed signs of the zodiac, of which you are one. You know the chakra well, Scorpio. It is where we have our small intestine is associated with this chakra, and our generative organs, which of course is also associated um, with Scorpio. So it's going to be interesting to see what card comes up, what crystal comes up for this chakra. And we have clarity, a clear quartz. Now, almost everybody has a piece of this, right? There you go. Clear quartz. Quartz. This is clarity. So this says to me that you need to have, and it is a storm card. So storm cards are transformational. You see the lightning on the side here. That's a storm card. So there's a transformational process going on in this chakra for you. It is the chakra of a physical creativity. But the fact that we have clear quartz here and it's asking for clarity is that we have to be very clear around our boundaries this year, Scorpio, especially our intimate boundaries. Okay. Your intention needs to be clear. None of this manipulative stuff. You're not going to do it, or you're not going to fall for it. Okay. It's important that when you feel the energy in that place, that you can discern what it is. And if you don't know, like if you're like feeling, ooh, what's that thing in my tummy? Just grab one of these, right? And then just feel what it is. So I'm going to just do it here. I'm not a Scorpio, but let me see what I feel. Besides the fact that I'm hungry, I feel that. Um, Today, as I'm doing this, I feel a real sort of like shoring up of the boundaries today. Now, I will say that as I'm doing this at the end of 2024, and it's just before the elections, so we can sort of feel that like that sort of warrior energy and standing for what you believe in and moving forward and all of that. So that's what I mean. You could just feel it if you're not sure what you're feeling. Although I have to say, Scorpio is usually pretty sure about what they're feeling. The next chakra is the solar plexus chakra. The solar plexus chakra is the yellow chakra. You see that? See below that is the orange chakra. The solar plexus is the seat of our personal will, another chakra that Scorpio knows a lot about. It is connected to the fire element and the planet Mars, actually. So, kind of getting what we want, uh, putting ourselves out in the world, being the captain of our own ship. It's the chakra of autonomy, the rights to yourself, right? The rights to be and do and have what you mostly do. Have is a little bit more sacral, but it's all the lower chakras, right? The lower three chakras, the root, the solar plexus. I mean, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus are how we function on planet Earth. And so it's important for those chakras to be as strong as our higher chakras, which bring in the spiritual energy, right? Okay, let's see what we have here. We have leadership, sunstone, a beautiful stone and perfect for the solar plexus, right? So sunstone, it's um, it's got like a fire within it, and it is a warming stone. It is a fire stone. So we have a fire stone in the fire chakra. We have the theme of leadership in a chakra that would have us be leaders on the planet. So you are a leader, you get to decide the direction, but that direction is based on clarity within your relationships and insight into the world that you live in, right? The world that you live in. Everybody has a different situation, and you need to, in order to lead at this sort of vital time in our evolution, you need to be clear and you need to depend on your own sort of inner compass. But leadership isn't about taking control. Leadership is about leading, and it's about leading through example. So you need to be clear and you need to be insightful and not manipulate. Now, I always say not manipulative around you, Scorpio, because you guys can get that way, especially when you're feeling disempowered or you're afraid. You want to control everything. This isn't really about control as much as it is about certainty of your abilities to know where you're at and what you need to do. All right. So the next chakra is the heart chakra, and the heart chakra is an air chakra. It is the green one behind me. One of the symbols is the six-pointed star. The heart chakra is the chakra of mediation. It's associated with the yellow Sephirah there on the tree of life, Tiphereth. So we're on the heart chakra. My husband just brought me some water, so I had to stop for a second. And I was shuffling, and this card popped out, and it is Tiger Eye, which is a balanced stone. It's also a fire element stone. Okay. But Tiger Eye is about balance. It's a balance between the light and the dark, right? It is a heart stone. It's also a good solar plexus stone because it brings that balance so your actions can be balanced. But this really is about mediation and finding that sort of middle path. The thing about Scorpio is, Scorpio comes after Libra, and Libra's so reasonable, and they're always like, everything's wait, let me think about this, let me balance everything out. And then you get into Scorpio and you're like, all right, I'm going to get stuff done, right? And there's a willingness to face what needs to be faced, right? And with Tiger Eye in the heart, it's a balance between letting in and letting go. It's not all about letting go, but it's about the balance of the two ends of things. So it's an interesting energy, I think, for Scorpio, for the heart chakra. So it says that Tiger Eye is a semi-precious quartz gemstone that is believed to have many spiritual properties. Of course, we know that, right? Including grounding, confidence, emotional balance. I think that's really what this is about: emotional balance, protection, psychic abilities, which we know you have. And it's actually a lot of, it is a healing stone, physical healing. So if you have heart issues, this is the stone you want to carry around. Even if you don't have heart issues, it's healing the heart, right? And it's a good relationship stone because, as we know, in relationship is all about give and take. It's not about all given and it's not all about all taking. It's about trusting the other person enough and trusting yourself enough, knowing that you're lovable enough that a person is going to stay with you because they want to, right? It's sort of loving without fear kind of energy. So I like that for you, right? All right, so the next chakra we're going to look at is the throat chakra. The throat chakra, the blue chakra right there behind my head. Vishuddha means purification. The element associated with the throat chakra is the element of sound. Kind of makes sense, right? That's where we create most of our sound. Well, most of the good sounds. There are some other sounds that get created from other places. We can talk about that, right, Scorpio? All right. So this is where spirit speaks. This is where the divine will sits in our chakra system. And that divine will is the will of our divine nature. Right? We're not separate from our divine nature. We are in part, we're part of our divine nature. We're perhaps a small part, um, perhaps not. I mean, you look at the holographic universe, right? Even in the smallest piece, the whole universe is there. But what we're aware of, what we're consciously aware of, right? And of course, sometimes when you don't know what to say, it's always a good idea to say, all right, give me the words, give me the words. And when you say that, you're talking to your own higher spiritual self, and all your guides and helpers. We have a lot of helpers on this side. Just because we can't see them doesn't mean that they're not there. They actually do help us through these periods. Okay, let's see. Throat chakra. Self-knowledge, lapis lazuli, a beautiful stone. I love lapis, one of my favorites. I think I have a piece of lapis in here. Oh, come on. Where's my little lapis? I used to, oh, you know what I think it is? We have a little lapis like ball, and I think Michael has it in his room. Just let me look, see if I can find. I have another little piece of it too. It's one of my favorite stones. It's sacred to Isis. It's often seen in a lot of Egyptian iconography. In fact, they used to use lapis to they ground it up and put it on their eye for eye makeup. That and malachite actually. Um, so this is about self-knowledge. Know thyself. Know thyself. This is, the self that is of self-knowledge is the capital S self, right? It's our spiritual self. And in connecting. So when I say, if you don't know what to say, ask spirit to speak through you, that's what this is about, right? That's what this is about, self-knowledge. It is an air vibration card. So far we have air, storm, fire, fire, air. So fire and air kind of potentiate each other, right? So keep that in mind. You are intense, and I think you're intense anyway, but this is going to be an intense year. And I think the part of it is having to be aware of your intensity and really, really work from a balanced place. Okay, third eye, we get nurture, blue pectolite. This is Larimar, actually. It's a water energy. It's about nurturing and a willingness to nurture and be nurtured. Okay. In your third eye, what could that mean? Let me think about that for a minute. So Larimar or what is it? Pectolite, blue pectolite, um, is only found in the Caribbean. I believe the Dominican Republic, I believe, but maybe, other places in the Caribbean. But it has that beautiful sort of Caribbean blue color. To me, it feels like an Atlantis stone. It's connected to Atlantis. But it brings confidence. It brings clear communication. And I think in the third eye, it's confidence in what you're seeing, in the patterns that you're seeing, and trusting what you're seeing. And I think with Scorpio, because you're already dealing with such a psychic sign, and you can, because you're ruled by Pluto and Mars, sometimes you can veer off into the more scoundrelous energy. Not that it's your energy, but that you see it. And of course, that's good to have. It's good to know where the enemy lies, right? But also, I feel like you want your vision to be one that's not so focused on the darkness, but focused on the healing light and the healing of the darkness. Okay, so I think that's what that feels like to me. Okay, one, two, and lastly, the crown chakra. The crown chakra is the chakra that connects us to spirit, to cosmic consciousness, as it were, in the tree of life. It's the top one right there. That's Kether, which also means crown, incidentally. Um, And so this is how we allow spirit sort of in, right? We get a lot of downloads this way through our crown, through our third eye, all of these upper chakras, like from here up, right? Or sort of our head chakras, throat, third eye, crown. This is where the spiritual energy comes in. It comes into our hearts. Then the root, the lower chakras come in into our hearts. And that's why it's best to make our decisions from the heart, right? And you have tiger eye there. And so it's a balance, not just between the light and the dark, the male and the female, but the upper and the lower in the heart balanced. So you're coming from an extraordinarily balanced place. And in the crown, we have cuprite. This is the feminine power. This is copper. And now we know copper is a great conductor of energy, right? So you're going to be very conductive to energy, especially electrical energy. And Pluto is in the sign of electricity. So we can expect a lot of conductivity coming in from spirit. So there's a lot of information coming in from spirit. In fact, it feels to me like with these cards, it's all coming in from spirit. And your job is just to take in the information and bring it down into your root, because the insights from that is going to help you put one foot in front of the other this year, and then just stay balanced in your heart. So you're going to be utilizing your instincts, your talents. You're still going to confront things that maybe other people wouldn't have the courage to confront, but we want you to, but these cards are suggesting you do what you want to do, right? That the vision that you see is one of healing and nurturing, and not one disaster after another. Like, what's the worst case scenario? Oh no, I know this worst case scenario. I've lived this worst case scenario. You're a Scorpio. You've done it. You've lived it. You've felt it all, right? This is a new energy coming in, and you're like I guess, a tuning fork, or um, um, a live wire to this energy. And it's gonna move you forward this year, and it's gonna move, and you as a leader, remember we have leadership in the solar plexus, you will lead us to the healing that's necessary. Okay. All right, Scorpio, that's what I see. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. This is sort of a new thing. Let me know if you like it. I do have now a membership on my channel. If you want to learn some astrology, numerology, Kabbalah, digging a little deeper into that than I usually do when I just do this on YouTube. But you'll see that'll be available to you as well. Okay, guys, take care. Much love. And here's to a year of healing. Okay, bye.